My first review walk around of the Sondors Fold X. It's a great company, Sondors, and they are coming out with some amazing products. I think that this design that they just came out with was a home run for sure. Overall, the Sondors Fold X is an amazing bike. It's got a phenomenal quick release. You just flip a lever and flip that up and then pop this open, and then the bike just folds for you, exposing the battery. Then you can just lock it back, push the button back in. Got a great kickstand, sort of in the back of the bike, less out of the way from your pedals. And overall, it's pretty handy. Some people don't like the back kickstand, but overall, I like it. One of the main issues that people have reported, and I found myself, is this magnetic system that they've got for keeping the bike together when it's in its folded position. This is just a little troubling. Why anybody would engineer those two magnets, and I'll show you in a second how they click together. Those two magnets are supposed to meet, and they do click, but if you try to put any type of tension on this thing, it just pops right out. So there really needs to be some sort of a securing mechanism there. I'll get a shot of those magnets in their position. The problem is that the magnets don't have a lot of strength between them, so that any jarring or movement, because of the angle of the wheels, they're not perfectly straight in alignment. So when you do try to walk with the bike, try to wheel it around, what happens is those wheels are constantly pulling. See, you just gently touch the steering wheel, and you get some movement, but it's not predictable. So when the bike's in its closed position, opening it up is relatively simple. Once again, you grab it by the securing handle on the side and just use that to sort of steer the pivot, and then get it over to its locked position, click it in, and you've got a little safety lock here that keeps that from sliding out. Excellent, excellent design. The bike comes with rear and front disc brakes, and they work absolutely fantastic. Tires are pretty aggressive. You've got a pretty good knob on it for trail riding. The nice thing about it is that it allows, a trail ride tire. It's smaller, on a smaller size, so that it's more compact when it fits in your vehicle. Overall, the handlebars, as you've seen in other videos on YouTube, they do allow you to tilt it forward and back with a quick release, which is a really nice, handy little system. And they also have a quick release here, so that if you happen to let your friends drive the bike, you have some play. This is the spacer that I used, and then the extended bolt. And what this does is it pushes out the base of a standard bike rack and allows it to be modified so it'll fit onto a fat tire bike. If you don't use these spacers, this comes very close to rubbing the inside of the tire. There's an element of e-bikes that's really an important topic to cover, and that is philosophy of use of the e-bike, and that comes down to a couple of heated discussions. There's one camp that says there's a lot of environmental pollution created from the production of lithium-ion batteries and all the circuitries and whatnot. And then people try to compare that to the use of fossil fuels. One thing that they don't add into the equation is the cost of the wars that we have over the use of fossil fuels, and also the environmental impacts of oil spills and other types of disasters. We look up in the sun and we see it radiating solar energy down, and we have this system of absorbing it. There may be some environmental impact in the creation of these solar panels and e-bikes, but overall, the long-term benefit and the non-effects of global warming actually lowers global warming, because it's absorbing solar radiation that's actually the cause of the global warming. So for me, e-bikes are an amazing contribution to the environment. They're also easy, they're silent, you can ride them on bike paths and open space trails. You're not making a lot of noise pollution, and you're not leaving a trail of carbon monoxide behind your vehicle that you're puttering down the trail. These things are just absolutely fantastic, so I really tip my hat to Sondors, and I think it's a great company, and I think you should all look into it. Their vision and designs are just beyond words. So I'm a big supporter of Sondors, and I think that they do a really good job. I've got some suggestions, and we'll see where that goes, and hope you have a great day and keep on biking.